Okay, everybody, I am back. The holes are drilled, and I'm using a binder clip on the phone. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Okay, I had to bring out my headlamp. Oh man, this is such a mess. Okay, so I got all the holes drilled in the toilet, and I got all the holes drilled in the bucket lip. You can see I got the holes drilled. Alright, so since I don't have any heavy-duty white zip ties, I'm going to use 2 in each hole to compensate, and then I'll go to Harbor Freight another day and get the heavy-duty white ones and swap them out. So let's start probably with the back one. And oh, you know what? I should do this way. That way the tie part is on the bottom. I mean, in the back part. Okay. This part, the end that way is on the back, and not on the seat part. I want the seat part to have the smooth. Will you cooperate? Right. So I'm just going to zip tie it down as tight as I can without popping the zip tie, because like I said, these are not the heavy duty ones. They're just the regular ones, but I will be replacing them as soon as I can. So just going to zip tie the toilet seat part onto the bucket. Obviously I did not make holes in the lid because, duh, you don't want the lid to be zip tied on. So what I'm doing is I'm zip tying the one in the back on the left side, then on the right side. That way I can get the tension to be about the same, so the seat sits in the middle of the bucket. Because I don't want it to be I don't want it to be too far one way or too far the other. And then I'll go back and put the second zip tie on afterwards. Just hope this works. We shall see, right? We're gonna learn together. Sometimes you have to make, what is it? Break a few eggs to make an omelet, or whatever the saying is. I don't know. Trial and error sometimes. Sometimes. I have a feeling it's going to be fine. I mean, even if the initial way I do it doesn't work, I feel that ultimately all the moving parts are what I need, and it'll be just fine. I mean, I don't plan on sitting on this like for a seat. I didn't sit on my other toilet for a seat, so it doesn't have to do anything more than hold me up for the couple of seconds it takes to pee, and the couple of minutes it takes to poop. And like I said, the same thing will apply as far as pooping only in an emergency. I won't be using this just because I have it. Oh, well, let me just go ahead and poop in it because I've got it. No, I think I'm going to still keep the pooping just for public restrooms if I can. And save this for emergency pooping, or when I'm out boondocking. If I don't want to dig a hole in the ground, I can use this. And then I'm not gonna do the second zip tie on all of these because I don't want this video to be too boring for you guys. Watching me zip tie, that's not very fun. So I've got one zip tie on both, on all the sides, and I've got 2 in the front and 2 on the back part. So I just wanted to show you, okay? So there you go. There's my toilet. There's my bucket toilet. And the lid pops up. And the zip ties, yeah, I can feel them, but I feel like it's not going to bother me. It's smooth. It's going to be fine. So then what I would do... Whew, man, oh man, sweaty. So now, this would be my catchment or whatever jug I find to replace this. And that'll go in the front. And here's the funnel that I'm going to cut down. So I'm going to mark that and cut it down. I'm going to start with maybe 1.5 inches. And then if I need to cut more, I'd rather cut more that way. So I'm going to start with like 1.5 inches. Okay, didn't even have to cut it all the way through. Alright, that looks like it's fitting good. And so this funnel has a little hole here. And so what I'm going to do, I think, is cut just a little bit more off. And then I'm going to drill a small hole in this and zip tie the funnel to the container so that it doesn't fall into the container. I don't think it will fall in, but I want to be safe and not have it fall in. But keep the zip tie loose enough so that the funnel can move to the side when I go to dump liquid out. I don't think it will fall in, but I just gonna play it extra safe, you know. And it was only $1 funnel, and if I find a nicer funnel that fits in it better, I can always, you know, do that too. To be honest with you, I probably could use this funnel that I already have. I mean, that might fit. I might just do that instead and use this one for my water refill, because that's what this one was, my water refill, but it's such a small hole. I could always put this white one in there. It almost fits without falling in, but it just falls in. So I could still do the whole zip tie thing, and I would still cut that off. So maybe that's what I'll do. And I'll use this one for my water refill. I'm still gonna cut the black funnel down though. There. I just want to see what it looks like in there. Yeah, see, it fits. And it doesn't fall down in there. Maybe I will keep it. I can always go buy another funnel. It's right up the road. So it wiggles around obviously, but it doesn't fall down in there. So if I zip tie it, it should be fine. If I zip tie it right there, it'll stay nice and firm. And see, it stays down. I just wanted to make sure whatever container I put in here, the top still will go down. Okay. So there's the toilet, the urine catchment, or this is a urine catchment, either one. This also covers the whole mouth, so I'm pretty much not gonna miss my target. This has a little bit of an oval shape. I still shouldn't miss my target. Unless if I'm missing my target, then something's wrong down there and I need to go to the doctor. So the other thing I decided to do was to, I'm going to drill 2 holes in the front of the bucket here in order to keep this urine container, whoops, in order to keep the urine container sitting. There is a little bump inside. I'll show you here on the bottom. See how these raised, this goes in. On the inside, it's a bump out, so it doesn't sit flat. So yeah, the urine container does not sit flat. So what I think I'll do is I'm gonna drill 2 holes and then bungee cord the urine container so that it sits on that bump a little bit better. And I'm gonna bungee it, not zip tie it, because zip tie is like a permanent fix. A bungee cord, I want to be able to unbungee it every day and dump the pee out. So Where'd the drill go? I'm just going to make 2 little quick holes here in the front so that a bungee cord can, there we go, use this as a template. Get my marker, mark 2 little holes. Let me put one here, and put one here. Okay, we'll do 2 little holes. And then whatever container I put in there, it'll always be bungeed in. No matter what container I end up replacing it with, it'll still have a bungee. It'll still need to be bungeed. Okay, I'm not sure if those holes are exactly even, but it is what it is. They're close enough. I don't think anybody's going to be inspecting my toilet like that. I would hope not. So, let me get a small bungee. Get one of the little bungees. One of these. I find myself using these more than I thought I would. And I'll show it to you. They come in the pack when you buy a pack of bungees. These little ones, but I would always just like toss them or whatever. But the last pack that I bought, I kept them and I was like, you know what? I actually find myself using these for little things. I use them sometimes in the where you could use a zip tie, but it's something that you want to remove or take off often. So I end up finding these little bungees work perfectly for something to that effect. Come on. Get in there, will ya? Let's take this out while we do it. That might be more helpful. I actually might need to, I need to open that up some, but I guess I don't. I'm just trying to rush, you know. I don't want this video to be so long and boring for you guys. It's boring watching someone do something, especially with my camera angle. You can't see anything and it's dark. Come on, get in there. Shoot. Okay. Stretch that out, just that little tip. There we go. Now we've got it. Now this can go, and don't worry, I'm gonna take the camera and everything outside and show you what I've done. I just didn't want to sit out there doing this project. Okay. But I'll show you the finished project outside while it's daylight. So you can see the finished project. Okay, so I'll show you what I'm gonna do for the solids collection catchment area. Alright, so if you go to Walmart, they have these 2-gallon Ziploc bags. I love these things. So I'm going to take one and just roll it down 2 times, I think. Just twice. And if you go to Home Depot, they have this bucket. And I bought it to use as a trash can, but I really rather just hang my bag. It's just easier for me. So I figured I'd use it for this project. I'm not sure how much I paid for this, but any container this size, you could even use a, what do you call a food container. Just something, you know, big enough. So I'm going to take the Ziploc bag and I'm going to sit it down in there. And roll it over one more time so that it's sitting in there real good. Okay, and then I'm going to take zip ties, because this plastic is going to stay until it gets yucky, because I'll be putting another plastic inside of it to catch the poop. So I'm using 2 zip ties because I ran out of my extra long zip ties. So I'm just putting 2 zip ties together. I do that all the time. I double up zip ties all the time, or even triple up zip ties. to make one long zip tie, and it works just fine. I've never had an issue. Okay, so I'm making that as tight as I can, so that plastic will stay on the bucket. And then that bucket will go in the back here. So I'm going to do the same thing, drill holes and put a bungee around it so that stays there. Let's cut these two little strips off in the back, I forgot. I hope this is making sense to you guys, what it is I'm trying to do. I'm doing a diversion system, so urine is in one place and poop is in the other, and I can, I will get another container with the top, or one of the kitty litter containers that come in the plastic jug with the top, and that's what I'll put in the poop section. But this way it's always set up, because the 2 times I've had to poop have been emergencies, and it's because I had gotten sick, a little bit of food poisoning. Those videos are there if you want to see them. Not me pooping, but you know what I mean. Me trying to figure out some kind of toilet system before I had a toilet system, because I got to the point where I was, I got sick in my van, and oh my gosh, it was horrible not having any kind of a toilet set up. Because when diarrhea is coming, you don't have time to, oh, let me get this, but we put a plastic bag in it. I want something that's ready to go and set up at all times in case that ever happens again. I mean, if you're just doing your normal daily poop, which I don't poop every day. I don't know if that's, my body's not like that. I do every other day or sometimes every 3 days. And that's just been I've just been like that my whole life, so there's nothing wrong with me. That's just the way my body is, I guess. My doctors have always said that there's nothing wrong with me. Digestive-wise, they've never been able to find anything to figure out why I don't poop every single day, because I don't. I wish I could. There are people who, when they finish eating, you know, within 30 minutes of finishing their meal, they're pooping, and I would so love to have that problem. But it is what it is. But when I'm on my cycle, though, I do poop almost every day of my cycle. I think having cramps and stuff, it helps loosen and push stuff down. So I guess there's a good thing to come from having a period still. So who knows what's going to happen when I go through menopause, which might be soon. I've been in premenopause, perimenopause, whatever they call it. I've been in that for a little while, actually. One of my ovaries no longer ovulates. So at least that's what I was told about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, probably 5 years ago. Yeah. So anyway, it is what it is. Okay. Alright, I think this is going to work. Hopefully everything gets in the right container. There is a little bit of a gap between the 2 containers. I guess I could, I don't know. Maybe if I put a looser bungee on the back container, that might help. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. So, so what I would do is, I'm going to keep that plastic bag that I put in there stays in there. That's a permanent bag. This is the secondary bag, and that's just to keep the bucket clean. So this would be the bag that I would put the actual kitty litter in, and the poop would go in this bag. And that's the bag I would take out after doing my business. So that bag is going to be in there, and then I'll have a jug of kitty litter next to where the toilet's going to stay, but I'll put like a 1 cup of kitty litter in here now. Not now, I haven't bought it, but when I buy it, I'll put 1 cup of kitty litter in here so it's ready to go. If I have an emergency, I can just sit on the toilet and go. No worrying about, oh wait, I gotta put a scoop of kitty litter in or anything like that. I might even do peat moss or sawdust or something like that instead of kitty litter. So we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to put this outside, and then I'm going to take you outside and show you everything in the sun. Sorry if you got a big picture of my butt there. Sorry about that. Okay. Alright, so here it is. It's got gunk all over it. Alright, so here's the bucket. Again, it's just a Sterilite bucket from Family Dollar. And I never shop at Family Dollar. I prefer Dollar Tree because everything's $1. So you can see the holes that I've drilled and the zip ties. Here are the holes in the side of the bucket. Okay, I still got to put a second zip tie here and a second zip tie here, a second one here and here. And then here's now the top obviously doesn't sit up. What I could do is I could put a bungee cord here and here on the back, around the back here, so that the top only goes so far. Or I could even, I could drill a hole here and here and put a zip tie here and here so it doesn't go so far. But it doesn't matter to me because it's only going to hit, when I lift it up, it's going to hit the van, so. Okay, so there you go. Hope you can see that. So this is the bag for poop. Here, poop would go here with the kitty litter, and then urine would go here, so I would probably turn it this way, and then urine would go down in there, like that. I mean, honestly, I could zip tie this to that, and the top looks like it still goes down, so I could do that. We'll see when I sit on it where my privates hit, if it hits right. So I'll figure it out. Sorry if I'm not holding this right, I can't really see what I'm showing you. So anyway, I hope this makes sense. I hope, I hope it all made sense. I hope I explained it well. And you see, this is the bungee that's holding this container in so it doesn't move when I'm driving. And then same thing I did here. There's a bungee holding the back container in. Although this back container could use a little bit looser bungee so that the container, I want the container to touch this, so there's no chance of anything not making it in there. Because that's the stuff you want to make sure doesn't get anywhere. This is fine. You can get some bleach, some vinegar, and clean up urine, but poop is the worst. So yeah, sit on it. Okay, see? Seems to be hitting in the right spot there. Sorry about all the extra skin you're seeing. But yeah, look. And if you're a guy, I guess you would just stick your thing down in there. Although guys are easy because they can just go out in the woods to urinate and not worry about that. So this guy is going to be out of here. So what I think I'm going to do, when I get to my son's Friday, I'm going to give it a good clean out. And I'm going to see if he would be willing to hold it for me until I'm 100% sure I don't want it back. And if I don't want it back, I'll let him know and he can sell it on Craigslist or something. So, because I'm not hauling this around with me at all. So I think what I'm going to do is, let me get my key. For tonight, because I do want to use my toilet tonight and test it out. So my tomorrow video can be, this is the map of Buena Vista, Virginia, where I am right now. Very sweet lady in the visitor center letting me park here. So I think what I'm going to do is put the toilet up here, the old toilet up here, and try out the new one tonight. I'll keep it in this plastic so nothing spills. It doesn't spill, but I am always leery. So I've always kept it in some sort of plastic, just because it scares me that it might spill. This thing is heavy, and this is the main reason why I want to get rid of it. It is so damn heavy. Ugh. Ugh. It is so freaking heavy. Oh. That's the main reason I want to get rid of it. Just that weight. Because you got, and look at the room I'm saving here. See how much room I have now? I can even put my table down lower. So what I do at night is I slide my toilet to this space, and this is where it stays all night. So that way when I am in the middle of the night, if I have to pee, I can just get out of bed, pee. I don't have to pull out the toilet. But look at all the space. So I've got plenty of room to put a container of kitty litter right here, or even a container with peat moss in it, which I'll start with kitty litter, but if I find some kind of peat moss or sawdust or something on sale, I'll definitely switch, I think, to that. So much more room not having that ginormous toilet here, and so lightweight. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna not miss it, I don't think. Not gonna miss it at all. Not gonna miss it at all. Look at that. Look at all that space. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. So much room. Alright, that's gonna do it for the second part of this video. Look at me, I'm all sweaty. Oh my gosh. I look like a mess. Oh shoot, what did I do with my keys? Oh, here they are. I don't like that. Let me lock the door. So I think what I'm going to do, this is the visitor center. Looks like an old house. There's the road. I think I'm going to eat something, and I think I'm going to sit on the porch in a rocking chair and chill for a little bit. Maybe watch some Netflix. I'm going to get some tuna and make some tuna after I clean up my stuff as best as I can. I think I'll wait until tomorrow to do the oh sorry, I put my hand right in the camera. I'll wait till tomorrow to do the vacuum out. And I think what I'm gonna do now is just chillax, eat something, and go sit on that porch out there and chill before it gets dark. Yep, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. So don't forget to thumbs up, like, and stay tuned. I don't know if I'll be doing more videos like this, but like I said, when an idea pops in my head of a way I can do something, I'm not satisfied until I complete the task. And if it doesn't work, then my mind can rest. But if it does work, then my mind is like, yes, I knew that would work, because I saw it and I envisioned the whole thing in my brain, and I plotted it out in my brain, and it worked. So I hope this helps you guys. So $17.50, and I've got a toilet that is nice, it's neat, and look, takes up so much less room. And so I'm going to take that sticker off, and I'm not sure, maybe I can paint something on the top or something, I don't know. Not today. I don't have any paint or anything. Maybe when I get paint to paint the windows. So anyway, please subscribe. $17.50, I've got a toilet. Thanks, guys.